Third, and soon to be added to the BuzzFeed article, get to know your principal, the spectacular Miss Kimberly Boldon. In 2000, Miss Boldon began as a teacher at Wootton. Although briefly leaving in 2004 for Richard Montgomery, she returned from her intermission in 2007, becoming a vice principal. In 2015, following the tragic passing of our former principal and leader, Dr. Doran, Ms. Boldon swiftly stepped up to the plate as acting principal and helped us all get through what was a very trying time. This year, as our official principal, Ms. Boldon has been so kind and caring to all 2,400 students here at Wootton, attending every single school-sponsored event, from chorus concerts to lacrosse games, all while being a friendly face in the halls. As I end what I realize is not the greatest speech of all time, but rather a semi-decent speech, I pass you over and introduce you to somebody who is truly great, our principal, Ms. Kimberly Boldon.
Thank you very much, Juliana. Good afternoon, and welcome, esteemed guests, families, and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2017. It is truly my honor to welcome you to Thomas S. Wootton's commencement ceremony and this graduating class of 2017. In this historic and most beautiful venue, I would like to thank a number of people who represent our school system and have been instrumental in facilitating this fine moment for our graduating class. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jack Smith, Superintendent of Montgomery County Public Schools, Dr. Kimberly Boldon, Deputy Superintendent of School Support and Improvement, Ms. Rebecca Smandrowski, Board of Education member, and Dr. Gregory Bell, Supervisor of Diversity Initiatives. I would also like to take this moment to recognize, congratulate, and thank Dr. Deborah Monk, High School Director of School Support and Improvement, for her leadership, her unwavering commitment and support to the students of Montgomery County Public Schools and Thomas S. Wootton especially. After 32 years in Montgomery County Public Schools, Dr. Monk will be retiring this summer. Dr. Monk, congratulations and thank you for your service to our school system. And of course, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our guest speaker, Mr. Dixon Henley, founder and president of Wine to Water, for spending the afternoon with us. My specific tasks for today's commencement ceremony are twofold. First, I would like to recognize the village that makes this particular community of scholars, athletes, activists, and compassionate, caring individuals thrive. And secondly, I have the pleasure of providing just a few remarks to the class of 2017 and recognize the considerable talents and contributions of this graduating class. Let's begin with the village. Class of 2017, you have been supported and lifted by a community that believes in you, a community that cares for you, a community that has challenged you. In the audience today are the elementary and middle school principals who have guided and molded you in your formative years. They have been fierce advocates, and they are Miss Reese, Cold Spring Elementary, Mr. Mascot, DeFeef Elementary, Miss Silverstein, Falls Mead Elementary, Dr. Williams, Stone Mill Elementary, Miss Berner, Lakewood Elementary, and Miss Shank, Travilla Elementary School. Next, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Taylor, principal of Cabin John Middle School, and Dr. Jones, principal of Robert Frost Middle School. for also being part of this awesome village. As you were in elementary and middle school when you arrived at Wootton 4 years ago, you were challenged, pushed, loved, and cared for by a dedicated and committed collection of staff members, counselors, and teachers who have only wanted the best for you. Wootton's faculty and staff have been there for you and have challenged you to become your best. So, would the faculty and staff of Wootton High School please stand and be acknowledged for your significant contributions to our graduates? Thank you. I would also like to thank Ms. George and Ms. Silcox for taking on the awesome task of being your class sponsors for all 4 years. They have worked tirelessly on your behalf and have helped create a sense of community and collectivism for the class of 2017. To Ms. Rice, our graduation coordinator, Ms. Stepling, Ms. Lang, the Patriot ambassadors, our senior planners, and our student government leaders, thank you for your work to ensure a beautiful ceremony for our graduates. And to Ms. Herman and Mr. Schwartz and our very talented musicians, I thank you. I would be remiss if I did not thank my administrative team. They are extraordinarily hardworking and dedicated individuals. Ms. Dovman, Mr. Du Bois, Dr. Thomas, and Dr. McDonald, thank you for lightening my load and doing so with such grace and flair. I would also like to give special thanks to Mr. Joseph Mamana, the class of 2017's proud administrator. I can say without a doubt that Mr. Mamana is just as excited as you are for you to receive your diplomas today. Finally, one of the greatest parts of this village has been our parents. Parents, you have been a constant source of support, guidance, and love. You have made sacrifices, dropped off lunches, projects, and athletic gear, all the while making it to any number of events to cheer and to offer advice and to console. You have been there and you will continue to be there not only for your own child, but all the children in our village that you have carpooled to and from Wootton and kept your refrigerator stocked to feed all of the friends who made their way to your home after a long day at Wootton. Your commitment to our children continues to astound me. Graduates, please give your parents a round of applause. As I stated earlier, graduates, you have a very strong village, and with so much support and such a strong foundation, we have expected great things from you, and you have delivered. You have delivered in every arena that you have engaged in. The class of 2017 has earned over $30,500,000 in scholarships so far this year. An impressive number for sure. We had one Posse Scholar, Mr. Kwame Frimpong, who will be attending the University of Wisconsin. We recently administered over 2,700 AP exams to 1,385 students. And speaking of numbers, we also have an impressive number of National Merit finalists in this year's graduating class. Will the following National Merit finalists please stand? Rachel Altman, Lindsay Ann, Chatadli Chitness, Jared Fishman, Lillian Henry, Clarice Hu, Michelle Hu, Nathan Cow, Kristen Kong, Ethan Liu, Arjan Pathore, Jay Hassan, Abby Tran, and Roma Venkatasaran. Thank you, graduates. You may be seated. This year, we also have 6 Presidential Scholars. Presidential Scholars are selected based on 3 paths of accomplishment, including academic achievement, artistic scholarship in the visual arts, the performing arts, or creative writing, or accomplishments in career and technical education fields. Will the following Presidential Scholars please stand? Henry Chin, Patrick Pai, Abby Tran, Roma Venkatasaran, Megan Wright, Angela Hsu. Thank you. The class of 2017 also persevered in serving the greater community by earning a total of 102,128 SSL hours. Yes, that is true, Christian. All right. 152 seniors earned the Certificate of Meritorious Service for completing more than 260 SSL hours. And the top 3 students who earned SSL hours are Michelle Hu with 821 hours, Eileen Chen with 862.5 hours, and Abby Tran with an impressive 891 hours. You are an impressive group. You are smart, you are kind, and you are so passionate. Your passions range from the classroom into many other areas. Whether you participated in the Humanities and Arts, STARS, Dual Enrollment, AOIT, or Education Academy, or Thomas Edison High School of Technology, you gave your very best. Our drama department had an excellent year in which our production of Cinderella garnered 3 Cappy nominations: Christian Achman for male vocalist, Emily Ray for lead actress, and the Wootton Pit Orchestra for best orchestra. Our publications won a Columbia Scholastic Press Association Gold Medal and Gold Circle Award for headline typography, and our very own Natasha Mukaka made it to the state finals for the Poetry Out Loud competition. In athletics, our varsity sports had an impressive 144 wins, and our student athletes carried an impressive GPA of 3.4 for the school year. Our bocce team won the state championship, while Miranda Ding is a 3-time state championship in tennis and will continue to play at the Naval Academy next year. Ben Fellman and Gabby Kleck also won 3rd place in the state for mixed doubles in tennis. Miranda Ding and Will Quam both won the Marines Distinguished Athlete Awards, and Benson Child earned all state honors for soccer. Our swim and dive teams are incredibly competitive, as in Metro and the state finalists, and our field hockey team was a 2-time state finalist. Give yourselves a round of applause. Last year, in honor of Michael Doran, his wife, Kathy Lavender, and his family created a scholarship as a way to remember Dr. Doran's strong legacy, his commitment to Wootton, and his tremendous belief in the capacity of all children. Like she did last year, Ms. Lavender joins us here today, and I am pleased to announce this year's recipients of the Dr. Doran Memorial Scholarship. The recipients of the 5,000 scholarship are Mr. Jackson Helling and Miss Eileen Chin. They're just finding out in this moment. The scholarship committee was also impressed by the applicants, were so impressed by the applicants this year, they also decided to award a $2,500 scholarship to Mr. Evans Chin. And a $1,000 scholarship to Miss Gunleen Deal and Mr. Kwame Frimpong. Thank you, Ms. Lavender, for being here with us today and continuing Dr. Doran's strong legacy, and congratulations to all this year's recipients. In the remaining moments of my address, I would like to speak directly to our graduates. Did you do your very best? That was the question that my father would often ask me, whether it was right after report card grades arrived home, or whether I had or had not achieved a specific goal. His question was simple: did you do your very best? Now, as a 7 or 8-year-old answering that question, I really didn't understand the magnitude of it. But as I grew older and my father continued to ask me that question well into my 30s, I realized that this question would be important to me in not just assessing how well I had done in a particular endeavor. Rather, it became a way in which I strive to live my life. Simply and plainly, I strive to do my very best. As you begin the next chapter of your lives, strive to do the best, your best, in being a good family member, a good friend, an active member of your own village, and someone who contributes to our society in productive and valuable ways. You matter, and what you do and how you do it matter as well. Class of 2017, thank you for doing your very best at Wootton. Your contributions have made Wootton the very special place it is. I wish you only the best as you move forward, and congratulations on your graduation day. And always remember, Patriots rule. Thank you.